Well, it's official. Space is scary. Hello once again, watchers of good movies. My name is Nick Pell, and this is once again coming from my apartment. Now today I am going to be talking about the film The Martian. This is a film starring Matt Damon and is based off of a book, which I have not read, so I'm not really basing it off of that, just in case you're curious. Main idea of the film, Matt Damon's character, he gets stuck on Mars. He's thought to be dead on Mars, so he's actually alive after a major storm hits and his crew evacuates without him. And it's basically the story of him trying to survive on this desert planet where nothing grows and there's very little that he can do to survive, and he has to use his wits as a botanist to just figure out how to stay alive for as long as humanly possible. And it's a very entertaining movie. Matt Damon gives a fantastic performance in this movie. It's easily one of his best in a very long time. That said, he doesn't have a lot of dialogue, and surprisingly it worked well because it kept the tone very realistic. The only real dialogue he has, other than with crew members in different parts of the film, is just in these video logs. And so I really like that aspect of the film as well, because we get to just see his inner thoughts and just kind of what's going on in his head as these days on Mars are just taking their toll, and just see the different things which happen to him. And there's surprisingly a lot of humor in this movie. Matt Damon, his character, stays very optimistic, and he has a lot of sarcastic parts. There are parts where he's sending messages back and forth to people, and he's just adding just a lot of humor to this character who could have been very depressed and pessimistic about a situation and just been very serious or stoic or something. But because of this humorous nature to the character, it does really add something to the role. It makes the film ultimately a lot more enjoyable than it would have been otherwise. I did see this film in 3D. It is available at my theater. It's the most convenient time to go see it, so I saw it in 3D. 3D is not entirely necessary. It does add some cool visual aspects during like these big massive storms which happen on Mars, but otherwise it's not really utilized a ton, and it's not really used in the most effective way. I didn't mind it a ton, but it wasn't really ultimately necessary, so if you're debating whether or not it's worth to see it in 3D, probably not. A lot of times it's movies like this where it's just a couple survivors or just a sole survivor trying to stay alive, and this other giant organization which is trying to rescue that individual. There's a lot of kind of unbalance between like focusing on the survivor and the giant corporation. I thought that this film did it really, really well. I thought that they used like the NASA bits of it where we see just individuals trying to figure out how to save this guy just as necessary and to move the plot along, and it wasn't really filler material at all. It wasn't used to drive the film over the 2-hour mark. It was used very strategically, and I actually enjoyed those parts a lot because the majority of the film does focus on Matt Damon's character. We get to see him surviving on this planet, and I thought it worked really well in regards to that balance. Pacing is also fantastic in this movie because I was never bored, really. I was entertained for the whole entire experience. It never really slows down that much. I was just captivated by the whole idea of this guy just surviving, seeing what different things he's going to try to do in order to survive, and seeing just kind of how ridiculous some of the stuff he has to do ultimately is, but also how brilliant it is at the same time. I really had no issues with this movie. Nothing really stood out to me in regards to badness. All of the actors in this film are very good actors. Not all of them play huge roles, but they are good actors in their own right, and so that really helps to elevate the movie, other than if they just chosen kind of average people to portray these really kind of bigger roles. I definitely recommend going to see The Martian. If you did not see it this weekend, definitely check it out. If you're waiting to see my thoughts in regards to whether or not you should go check this out or not, said no one ever, you should definitely go see this. I highly recommend it, whether it's in 3D or not. Probably see it in 2D if you have the option, but either one will work fine. And yeah, those are my thoughts. Let me know what you thought of it down in the comments down below. Did you like the film as much as I did? Did you hate it more than I did? Let me know. Like, favorite, comment, and subscribe once again if you should choose. I'd appreciate it immensely. I am playing catch up this week, so tomorrow I'll be reviewing The Walk, Thursday Pan, and Friday Sicario. So reviews will be coming aplenty in the next couple days. So just know that, as always, my people, my name is Nick Pell, and once again, keep on watching.